Hello everyone, it's Mich here, and welcome to my channel. If you're new or returning, I thank you so much. I've been saying this so much this month already that I think I'm beginning to sound like a broken record. But I really do appreciate you guys stopping by and leaving comments and your likes. It all helps a lot. Today I'm going to be doing another day in my Junk Journal July 2024. I am following the prompts that were set by Meg Journals. I will put her link in the description box below. So for week 17, her prompt was aged, and my affirmation, as if you have been following along, you know that I'm doing an affirmation each day, is around play. So I have already done, well, all these pages, and there is tutorials for them all if you want to check them out. And my affirmation for today is, I allow my inner child time to play. Because as an adult with lots of responsibilities and, you know, my job and whatnot, it's sometimes I forget that it's, you need to play. And when I come in my craft room, a lot of days, that's what I try to do is play. But sometimes, like if I'm doing this challenge, or whether it's the Marguerite Miller challenge, just trying to kind of create or think about what I am going to create can sometimes be a little bit of work. But the play, the actual doing is my time to play. So as far as the aged goes, that prompt, I was kind of thinking about, what am I going to do for that prompt? And I thought about like coffee or tea dyed, but that's actually a prompt for the 25th. So I didn't want to kind of get into that realm. So I was sitting in the living room and my eye caught I have an old atlas from, well, it's 50 years old probably. So I went and pulled that out, and the pages are aged. They are, browning at the edges. They have faded. So I kind of thought I want to do something with these pages to put on my page. So what I thought I would do is do a folded kind of like pocket tuck. I'm not really sure what you'd call it, but this page here is 11.5 by 8.5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it into thirds, or roughly thirds, which would be about there, I guess. I think it'd be right about there. Okay, so I'm just going to fold it in thirds and fold this side, and I want to make sure I'm folding it straight. It's fine. And then I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to fold each edge on a diagonal so that it lines up with the actual score line there. I think I went a little bit over on that one. So that it will fold. Let's see. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. It's just I'm going to bring the upper edge to meet the fold so that it will fold. Okay? This is a very easy fold. And then I'm just going to bring my bottom of the page up to about here, I guess. And that's pretty much it. But to make it look a little bit more aged, I'm just going to I usually use vintage photo, but today I'm using antique linen just because it has a more subtle distress look, so it looks more aged, I think, anyway. So I just want to get that quickly inked up. Parts I'm going to see anyway. And then I was thinking about, okay, so what now do I do? So I've got some aged paper, and I've folded it into sort of a triple tuck, because you have a tuck spot there, you have one on the side and one on the bottom. But I am going to trim this up, and I am going to press it a little bit flatter with my bone folder. so that it really lays flat. Okay. And I'm just going to trim this little edge here. All right. So I was thinking, okay, so now we've got this, and that's great. But now what are we going to do? So I kind of thought I would do a little bit of splatters, because I think splatters make something maybe look a little bit aged. So I'm just going to take my blending brush, and this is some vintage photo. And I'm just going to put it, I could smear it on there, but I don't want to. And then I'm going to do the same with my antique linen. I'm just going to pounce on there a bit. And that's just on my silicone block. And then I'm going to take my water spritzer, which usually sits right there. There it is. And then I'm just going to spritz my thingy there. And then I have a little paintbrush here that I'm just going to do that and just flick on my page. And when that dries, it will look a little bit, I don't know, aged a bit, which is fine. Okay, so then I'm just going to set that aside, and I'm just going to rinse my brush out. Like so. All right. Okay, so then I'm just going to let that dry a little bit, and I think I'm going to fold this one too, because I want to see what this looks like. And I want to fold it. Oh no. I was going to try to fold it so that, I guess if I fold it this way, that would work. Okay. Right, so we're just going to go again to do our thirds, roughly there. And then just fold in your top corners there, so that the top edge of the page is flush with that fold. Okay, and then, yeah, I wanted that Montreal when I flipped it up, but it's just where it is, it's not going to work. I suppose I could have, yeah, no matter how I fold it, I'm not going to be able to see that, I don't think. Because if I put this backwards, it's going to be inside. Oh well, it's okay. This is a map of Canada. Parts of Canada, anyway. Right, so I just want to get that nice and flat and down. And then we'll bring that up. Like St. Louis. Okay, and then with this one here, I'm not sure that the antique linen is actually going to show up. Not really. It does a little bit, I guess. It's very faint. I might want to go over this with my vintage photo. I think that would be, for something that has a bit more color to it, it's going to show up better, yeah. I'll just get that kind of distressed down. And that's supposed to make it look aged. It's sort of our way, I guess, for lack of a better way to do things. Okay. Right. Chester, you might be able to hear him snoring because he's laying over there at the end of the table sleeping. Every now and again I can hear him snore. Okay, so for this then, well, that's still drying a little bit. I'm just going to glue the top of the pages together because I only want one tuck spot. And then I'm just going to glue this down as a pocket. And then that gives you a place to tuck. I was just seeing which one I kind of liked better for my journal. And where that is nice, and I love maps and stuff, I think I like this one better. I think that kind of goes with my overall theme a little better. But I can put that one aside. So then I'm just going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to glue my pages together where we folded them. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue down the sides of the pockets. There we go. And then I was thinking about, okay, well, what about what else is age? Okay, we cut out there, so I'm not sure exactly what all I said, but sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I was going to try to find use some of my vintage lace. In the end, none of it looked great, so I found this washi tape that was sitting on my desk, and it's sort of like a filigree lace, and I just thought, oh, well, that would kind of work perfectly. And I kind of like the coloring of it, and I like that it's gold. And I sometimes think about like the Victorians, because they were kind of the mothers of scrapbooking, I think, and journaling, and what we call junk journals. Gotta move this, sorry, I'm gonna, hope you don't see the top of my head, but anyway. Okay, so then I thought that would work good. And then I thought about maybe putting a little bit there. So let's see how that's going to look. And then I was looking around for something interesting to put in here besides, I mean, I love tags and stuff, so that's never, to me, that's never not interesting, because even though I might make a lot of tags, oftentimes they're just so different because I'm using different paper and different techniques and stuff. So okay, so I put that there, and then I just happened to get an order today in the mail, or delivered, and I had ordered these little butterfly paper clips, which I think are just so precious. So I thought that would look really cute there, that little butterfly. And then I'm going to put my saying just on the bottom there. I allow my inner child time. I allow my inner child time to play. The way the world is now, and I don't know, I think sometimes that it's so easy just to forget about that inner child that we have inside. It's crying to come out and play. I played a lot when I was a kid. All kinds of different playing. Okay, so that's my saying. So then I was looking again over at the side of my desk, and I had bought these. I think I bought it at the dollar store. So I kind of thought, well, this would be a good thing to put in there, because I could write some bullet points of what's been going on this week or today, and how busy things are. And I think it goes well that I'm a busy bee, but yet I need to still find time to play. So I thought could just slot right in there. And then I've had this pad a long time. I got it, I had ordered some stuff from Daphne's Diary, and I ordered this thinking it was a big scrapbook pad, because it really wasn't, ordering through them, it really wasn't value for money. But anyways, so, and I hardly ever use these things. So I kind of thought, I also have some lined paper that I got from the dollar store or something. And I kind of thought I would just glue that on the back of the lined paper, because this is really thin, so I would need something to back onto it. You could put it on cardstock or tea-dyed paper, whatever takes your fancy. And then I'm just going to get that down on there, and then I'll just cut that out. And then I just thought this would make a cute journaling card, because again, you could put, I don't know, a photo on there, or some sort of memorabilia, a card, or like a little card that you might have picked up, like a business card if you've gone out for dinner or something, or a receipt. And then the back has the lines on there already so that you can make your note. And then I'm just going to corner around the edges. And then you could distress this too if you want to make it a little bit more aged looking. I kind of feel that that looks a little bit aged to me, like maybe not, but so then I'm just going to put that in there as my little card, and then I'm just going to put that on the back with some score tape, just because I feel the score tape has a better grip, I think, sometimes than just glue. And then I thought the other thing we could do, we could make this a pocket itself, like just leave that so that we can have a longer tag. But like I said before, I guess it doesn't hurt to leave it in case I did want it. But you can have I think sometimes you can have too many tucks and pockets, and well, you can't really have too many, I guess, but you just have to be careful of the spine, because unless you're leaving a lot of room allowance for overstuffing, then it sometimes just gets too full. Okay, so then I'm just gonna get that down. Oops, I want it more towards the bottom so that I can have room at the top for the tags. For that, okay. And then I pulled out this book because I kind of thought I wanted just to decorate, just put a little something there, but I'm not sure what. I marked a couple things that I thought might go. But that, I was thinking maybe that, but I think that's too big. And then, what about that? I think that would go good. And then we got a little sticker there. So I think that's pretty good. I think we had some aged paper, and then we tried to make it look a little aged. And there we go. So that's it for today. It's just a cute little project. But I'll be back tomorrow with day, I guess that would be day 18. And I hope you stay safe and well, and bye for now.